brand new video. I hope you guys are staying safe and sound. Thank you so much for suggesting this video. I think it's such a cool idea, and right after this suggestion I actually got several from similar videos on tips of being pregnant, breastfeeding, and labor. So those definitely are coming up next, and you can comment below or join us on our social media so you can vote in the poll to see which one should be posted first. But this one, as you've seen, it's all about new parents. And as a new parent myself, I decided to put together a little bit of tips here and there to help you guys out, because they definitely don't come with a manual, and maybe some tips may be useful for your brand new adventure. I decided to divide the video into two videos. This first one is going to be from 0 months to 4 months, and later on we'll have one from 4 to 8. But this is all about from those brand new days to exciting 4-month-old. So let's get started. The video into different categories, so it's just not me babbling all through the video. You guys can a little bit know what am I going to talk about on each part of the video. So this is what we're going to be talking about in this video, and I'm going to have sections through each of the actual categories. So newborn days, there you are, you did it, and you're with a brand new human who is all yours. So how we get starting? I want to talk about a little bit about the fact that I'm going to suggest that while you're in the hospital, to co-share the room with your baby if possible. Why? I know you're going to be completely exhausted from giving birth, but I think this is a valuable opportunity to know how actually your life is going to be from now on, the moment you get out of the hospital, with a little bit of help. So if you have any questions about your baby, if you want to know here and this through the night, you can actually call a nurse or call a nursery, and they can actually be helpful to get you some tools through what is going to come next. So I think that's really useful, and I suggest you guys do it. Obviously, if you're really tired, you can always call them and take your baby to the nursery. But definitely co-share. I did it. I didn't want Jamie to be taken away for a second, and it was super worth it. So I definitely recommend that. Also, your rules are the ones that are going to be applied now that you have this baby, and only people should visit you when you want. You may change your mind. Maybe before you had your baby, you would be like, I want everyone to come know the baby right away, super exciting, and you change your mind. Or maybe the other way around. You never know. You may want people to be there to know your baby. But you have to know that this is all up to you. You don't have to care about what people say regarding visiting you, visiting hours either in the hospital or once you're home. It's all up to you, because believe me, you're getting to know each other, you're exhausted, it's a brand new beginning, and people can sometimes be useful and sometimes not. And if they're there and they give you the help, take it, because it's never coming back. Once the baby gets older, that help is gonna go away. So if you want it right now, take advantage of that. Okay. Everyone wants to get out of the hospital looking like Kate Middleton the way she got out of the hospital. Some of you mamas rock that. Bow to you guys. But honestly, pack 2 outfits. One that your dream outfit of getting out of the hospital, and one really comfortable. I actually got out in my cute PJs. They were cute, but they were PJs. And that's the way I wanted to do it. So I definitely suggest that, because I have heard people that I packed clothes that I definitely didn't want to put on, especially because either way, but I delivered natural, and I didn't want anything touching areas that shouldn't be touched because it was so painful. So anything baggy is the way to go. Next thing is your guys are getting to know each other. You had him or her inside of you for months, but once they're out, it's a brand new person. And I know some parents kind of feel like, what if I don't connect? What is this? Take time to know each other. Be so patient. Have time chest to chest. These both, mom and dad can do this. It's a beautiful way for dads to also have bonding with their babies. and it's very important. Okay, I'm going to talk about next the umbilical cord. He's going to have an umbilical cord, and I thought this was not a thing parents worried about because I didn't. But then I saw Peter freaking out every time he would like try to change his diaper, and I was like, oh, okay. Parents do worry about this when it's brand new and like they don't have had contact with babies prior. So it's super easy. Tips for umbilical cord: put on the little spray that they give you at the hospital. It usually has alcohol, so it's to help it dry faster and to prevent any infection. If an infection did ever happen, you can just put a little thing on the umbilical cord and it will go super fast. It does bleed from time to time, especially when it's starting to fall off, so don't freak out. Your baby is doing perfectly fine and you just have to keep going with the spray. Also, if you're changing the diaper, make sure that it's covered and just be gentle, the way you would be. Baths. Other thing that I thought parents didn't really worry about because I had experience bathing babies before, but Peter was super worried about it. Obviously, when they're brand new newborns, you definitely want a bathtub. This is the one we have. I don't know if that suggestion will help, but this is it. And you definitely want to put a sponge or a little pad to incline and hold his head. That's the way to go, and it's gonna become super easy. If you start to decide to take showers with your baby, this is around 3 or 4 months, wear a shirt. That's the way to go. You have a shirt to hold your baby, but you have to feel super confident, otherwise take to the bathtub. That's the way to go for that. Clipping their nails. They have teeny tiny little nails and it's super scary. So do ask in the hospital to teach you how to clip their nails, or your mom or someone that has experience. Honestly, to this day, I'm like, Mom, help with this, because it's super scary. But when they're really little, I would just stay to just trim it a little bit. Later on, you can use either the clipper or the scissors, and it's gonna become really easy, but definitely have some light on the hand. When they're newborns, do it when they're sleeping. Later on, at 3 or 4 months, when they're awake, because if they feel it and they pull it when they're sleeping, it can be like a little bit more dangerous. So now I'm gonna talk about a little bit about mom and dad. So it definitely goes with having your baby, but I'm gonna focus on things that happen with you once you have a newborn. Okay, it's super important for the moment that you have your baby as a mom, that is there, but still more a mom-baby thing the first time you're taking care of your baby. So the things I'm gonna suggest is to have someone to help take care of mom as well. This can be dad, this can be your own mother, whichever person is there for you. Because the first days, the first month, it's gonna be challenging because also you're getting better, it's gonna take time. So I strongly suggest that don't feel that you're being needy or that you cannot do it all by yourself. I think it's very important for you to have someone to take care of you while you just did the most challenging thing in your life and you start parenting right away, no breaks, right? So have someone there to make it a little bit easier for you, especially for myself. There were a lot of things I couldn't do by myself. I couldn't get to the shower by myself. I couldn't get to the toilet by myself. My bed is kind of tall, so I needed help being up. So if the baby was somewhere else, I would be like, someone bring me the baby. And it does feel kind of annoying that you need all that help, but take it because your body just went through the challengest thing in the world. So it's okay. I had natural birth and I thought I was gonna be like, let's do it right away. But no, honestly, my stitches were super painful and my recovery was very slow. It takes time. So what I'm gonna suggest, everyone knows that once you have the baby, you're gonna be bleeding for 4 to 8 weeks. So I'm gonna suggest for you to get really big pads or some diapers called discreet. I don't know if you have access to these, but I'm definitely suggesting you get those and take care of your stitches if you had some. For these, always carry a little bit of water on a spray so you keep it fresh every time you go to the bathroom. It helps so much with the stitches. Also, ice pads. For me, the ones in the hospital, the like super big, did not do anything for me. So I actually use ice pads for the ones that you use for, I don't know, like keep food cold when you go to the picnic, etc. And I would like shape it and put them right where I need it. Also, if this is you and you cannot sit down, I couldn't sit properly, what I'm gonna go ahead and suggest is to use either one of the things that you use on the airplane for your head, or I don't know, even like training toilet seats for kids. Anything that keeps you a little bit above from the air so your actual stitches don't fall on the surface where you're sitting. I'm just gonna go and throw that out there. Invest in great comfy underwear for those first months. Mine looked like granny underwear, but they were a blessing. They hold everything they needed to hold. They were comfortable. You're swollen. Do it. And invest on breastfeeding bras. Those things are going to be with you for a while. You need comfortable ones that are actually going to hold you, be comfortable, be useful. So they can be a little expensive. Do it. Worth it. And we're actually going to suggest also use pads that are on the bigger side and that they have things to hold onto the bra. Otherwise, they only come off and they become really uncomfortable because your nipples are super sensitive. So I'm going to say that as well. It's absolutely okay to say no. I'm going to throw this in there from the moment you're in the hospital to the moment you have a newborn. Say no to anything doesn't feel right for your body, for your baby. This is huge. Do it because I know it's super hard to want to please everyone, but you can say no. I allow you to. Go for it. This one's big. Take naps, especially in the beginning. So you guys, it's for me, when he was sleeping, which now is rare, I would stare at him, or I would force myself to like spend time with Peter or do this or do that. No, especially when you are recovering. Take naps. Take advantage of these naps because your body really needs it. And if at some points you have to ask your husband or whoever's there for you to hold the baby, take the advantage of that. If you're by yourself and the baby's napping, go ahead and nap. Okay? Do it. Do it. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit. We know that everything is going to be really sensitive on the breast area. And also, many moms feel uncomfortable with the stretch marks that may be left off from the pregnancy, and some new may come up right after labor. Cream for nipples and stretch marks. There are millions out there. These are the ones that I've used that are in the market, but what I'm also going to recommend very much is to use some vegetable lard. It may be really helpful. You can put it with some oil and rub it wherever they are. So throwing that out there, definitely. Dad. I'm going to suggest this for dads and yourselves as well as a couple. You guys have to talk to each other. A lot of people feel that their relationship changes so much with a brand new baby, and it does. It's brand new. My tips for this to be able to work well is to talk to each other, support each other, help each other. This is a teamwork. If you guys are together and you're a team mom, dad, be there for each other. Dads, to have connecting moments with babies. As you're helping a mom, you're connecting with your child. have skin to skin when burping. That's super connecting with the dad. Diaper change. All of these little moments will help you bond with the baby as much as mom has for 9 months and it's still going on, and you're helping each other. I'm also gonna throw there, yes, you will be able to reconnect. You haven't lost each other forever, but if you talk to each other from the beginning, later on it's gonna be easier. But definitely help each other, and the babies, both of yours. So never be like, oh yeah, she's in charge or he's in charge. Both. And that way everything's gonna start going smoother. Okay, now I'm gonna talk a little bit about breastfeeding. I'm gonna have a video exclusive for breastfeeding, but I wanted to touch these little things on this video in particular, as it's something huge when the baby is a newborn. Okay, golden hour when born. Take advantage of this. If you're able, your baby doesn't have to go to the NCU, you're fine as well. Golden hour is truly golden. The moment he comes out, let him come latch, and it will make wonders later on when you try to latch again. And it has so much benefits for the baby. Okay, I'm going to go deeper on that when I have the breastfeeding video. Try from the hospital. Don't wait. And if you're 100% sure you want to go from exclusive breastfeeding from the start, ask in the hospital for them to not feed them formula, and if they do, to do it in a cup. This happened to me. They did fed once formula to Jamie, and they did it in a cup, and I said, I'm here, I'm ready, no more. No more, and I started exclusive breastfeeding right away. But guess what? You're right, what people have been telling you. It does hurt. It is challenging. It takes so much patience. And if you know this from the get-go, and if you prepare yourself mentally the way you prepared for labor, and you know it's going to be challenged and you got through it, that's the way it's going to happen with breastfeeding. But you have to know what you have to prepare yourself before. Because then what happens to a lot of moms is that they think it's going to be different from them or have a different scenario. And it affects their mental health, their ability as being as a mother and connecting with their child. And then they quit when they really wanted to do it. So I'm going to tell you from the get-go, it does hurt at first. But I'm going to tell you tips that is going to help you for it to be easier, and you're gonna do it. Okay, try different positions. If your baby doesn't latch at first from the get-go with the basic one that we see all the time, there are different positions. Here are some, and I'm definitely gonna go deeper in them when I have an exclusive breastfeeding video. But these are the ones you can try from the moment he's a newborn. Okay, next, if you start having pain, as myself, for example, I had a conduct, it was clogged. I'm not gonna lie, it was super painful. I cried. Every time he was latched on that side, I would scream. But guess what? So worth it. I did it, you can do it, and then a tip for that is to put hot and cold compresses. Once you know he's gonna feed, you put hot ones, hot. After the feeding, cold ones. If through the time that he is not eating, you feel more comfortable with either or, choose the one you benefit better. It's totally up to you. That's the way to go. That's the way I did it. Nipples will hurt so much. Some people actually bleed. I did on a side, definitely. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to put the same compresses, to not wear a bra as long as you can. I know that milk may start dripping, but whenever you can, let it outside, let it ventil. And put the cream we already talked about, And you want to pump, and that's the way, and you're gonna have a storage. I know it helps to a lot of moms to pump and to also increase their production. I had not had to do that myself, but that's a tip that does work for moms that need it. And then you can buy this thing to store your milk. The amount of ounces you get out, it's not the ones you're producing. You produce a lot more than the ones you take out once you pump. This is a super thing I'm gonna tell you guys. When you take your babies to get their vaccines, breastfeed. It's a game changer because vaccines are horrible. I cry with Jamie when he gets them. It's a different cry. You feel that they are being super injured, but it's something that has to happen. Something that really helps is to breastfeed while they have their vaccines. Just tell the nurse, I'm going to be breastfeeding my baby while this happens. They should not go against it. And also just find motivation. Join breastfeeding groups, and I'm going to go deeper in breastfeeding, but these are my little tips for the beginning. You got this, mama. Nights are challenging. Nights are not the same once you have a teeny tiny little human. I for one have a little vampire, so nights are fun. So, brand new baby, nights, huge challenge, right? I'm gonna give you a suggestion, you can take it or leave it, to co-sleep or co-share room for at least 3 months. This is very important because when your baby is super little, he benefits so much from being around you, especially in the night. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I hope you take this tip, and it's also easier because you're still recovering. Why would you want to go far away? So for 3 months at least, co-share the room with a little teeny tiny baby. Okay, if you're gonna be bottle feeding either formula or a breast milk, take turns. If you guys are a couple and you are having a newborn, or whenever amount of time you guys are gonna have night feedings, take turns. This is just a huge tip. You're not gonna bottle feed. We didn't bottle feed. I'm exclusive breastfeeding. We take turns with something else. Take turns with diapers, with burping, with anything else that is involved in the night. We personally did that at first, but do find a plan together so the nights are easier for you guys. Super important. Okay, nights are gonna be long, they're gonna be challenging. Mom, have water and a snack for you. Water is super important throughout the pregnancy, but now that you're breastfeeding, it's so important. So do have a bottle of water next to you and a snack, because if nights do get as long as they got for me, you are gonna get hungry, especially also with all the breastfeeding, recovery, everything involved. So have a little banana, little bar. I always had a banana by my side. Now we're gonna start throwing in there the idea of our routine, especially from 4 months. They definitely don't have to be a super elaborate thing, especially because he's a teeny tiny baby. Even 4 months is very young. So have a routine just so he knows what's gonna come next. You probably heard this a million times, but I'm just gonna throw the tip out there once more and have a routine that involves both of you if you're both gonna do the routine every night. Also, have everything you are gonna need throughout the night close by, especially if you're a single parent. This is 100% true. So now the next section I'm going to talk about, you guys, is going to be activities. Your baby's going to start doing more than just sleep, right? And if your baby is anything like mine, he's going to be wide awake really early. So where you can start from around 1 to 3 months is just with gentle sounds. So have toys like this, with little sounds, and they're going to start following it. Basic activity, but they love it, and that's the way you can start knowing and improve their senses. This for the sound, obviously, right? And this little toy Jamie absolutely loves because gentle sound and black and white. When they're really little, these are the main two colors they can see perfectly fine rather than the other ones come later on. So I would definitely suggest have things that they can follow like this one. But I did start with colors as well, so both are perfectly fine. Sing. Sing to your baby. I'm not a singer. Your baby will consider you a singer. The way you guys connect with singing is just amazing, and they improve as well their hearing, obviously, connection with you, and it's just an amazing activity for really young babies. Honestly, for babies any age, just marvelous. So that's when you're really small. And for activate their whole body, do massages. You can follow our Instagram for activities like this and for massages, so that way. Also, if you want a video exclusive for massages and baby activities, let me know. Something that Jamie loves is to do leg exercises. I started doing this from around 2-3 months, and he just goes like wheels on the butts, etc. I do have a highlight on my Instagram for this one, so go check it out. And for 3 to 4 months, they're gonna start wanting to sit up, or maybe want to start rolling around. So if you have a yoga ball, which I'm gonna talk to you to have one from pregnancy all the way to forever, you're gonna have your yoga ball, especially if your baby hates tummy time. Haters, raise your hand, because Jamie certainly was. So a little tip for tummy time haters is to put them in a yoga ball. You put him in a yoga ball, go forward, go back, go in circles, and they start finding it really fun for some reason. So they kind of like start simulating. Also, when they're really little, tummy time on your chest. They adore being in your chest, obviously, and there's a little way to start like going up and down in a place they actually like. Also, join them for tummy time, because for some reason they find it like, why am I in this hideous position all by myself? If you go there with them, they start finding like, okay, they're doing it too. Why not? So they like it. But anyway, for more activities, do join me on Instagram, because I do have a highlight with tons of activities for these months. I'm gonna give you like some general advice, because this has like a lot of sections in itself. First off, doctor visit. Write down all the questions you have for your doctor, because once you get there, you're gonna go out and be like, damn, that has happened to me. So write it down for the doctor. Also, take your baby with comfy clothes to their doctor visits. They get really annoyed when you have to be really challenging with their clothes. So comfier, always the way to go. Also, make sure your doctor explains everything really detailed in the way you want it to go. My doctor literally writes down everything of the month, and I take it with me. That's the way he works. But if yours doesn't and you need it, ask for it. Honestly, it's your brand new baby and you have so much to ask, and things are happening and evolving each month. So go for it. Next thing I'm going to mention is that you are beautiful. You just brought a baby to the world. But if you want to start working out, your OB give you the green light and you say you do not have time, you can work out with your baby. It's an amazing bonding thing. They love it, and they work like an amazing weight. So you can do yoga, you can do Pilates, you can do weight things. So really you can absolutely do it. And my tip is to start really slow, and it's actually really good because you evolve with your baby. Your baby starts growing up and he starts to be able to be more part of the workout, and you start going up back to the place you were. If you were like, I don't know what kind of workout you did before, but that's the way to go. So next thing is that I'm gonna suggest is take month pictures. I know this just sounds super silly and you're probably gonna do it anyway, but throwing it out there. Swaddling. Babies to like 3 months really should be swaddled, and they love it, and it's really comfy. And if you do it with something that smells like you, it's just super awesome. But if he starts hating it like mine did around 3-4 months, it's absolutely fine. Do not freak out. There is alternate things to use sleeping, like sleep sacks, or absolutely just their PJs, and they're gonna be fine. Wraps are absolutely amazing, and you should most definitely get one. Having your baby with yourself, carrying it, and having your two hands, it's a life-changing thing. Do it for sure. You're ready to go out to the streets, right? Have a checklist with things that you're gonna have to take on your diaper bag. I know this sounds silly, but you're gonna go outside and you're gonna be like, did I brought this now? Oh, mess? Yes, checklist, especially if you're gonna be gone all day. Changing rooms are tricky. If you have access to a family changing room, is the best thing you can do. But sometimes you're gonna be on the latest one where people are like doing the hand dryer thing, for example. Jamie's super scared of that. Or you're gonna have no access to a changing table. You're gonna have to use your stroller as a changing table. My suggestion would be to like lay as much as possible the stroller, wrap your baby, and then go from there. If they need a whole outfit change, from up to down. So like take out the sleeves, put it back the clean ones, and that way down. They're not gonna like it, but that's the faster way to go. I realized it. So this is gonna sound funny, but say no to strangers. You have no idea how many strangers have come close to Jamie, wanting to touch him, wanting to talk to him, wanting to carry him, wanting to take pictures of him. A lady once in the supermarket was like, can I take a picture of him so I can show it to my daughter? And I'm like, no, he's not a puppy. And at first I felt really awkward telling people no because I didn't want to be rude. Be rude if you have to. He's your own little person, and random people can just come, touch, and do whatever. Spend as much time together as possible. So, time's gonna go by super fast, and he's gonna come really independent. I know at first it's a struggle to have your baby at some points, but if you spend time with your baby, it's gonna be the way to go. Join parents groups. These are amazing, and there are in so many cities there have access to those. On Facebook there are a bunch, so go do it. It's the best thing. Everyone heat smiles so different. Do not pressure yourself if your baby is slower. Jamie sat down by himself almost at 7 months. That's absolutely fine because he was doing other things. So do take a list of how he should go. Ask your doctor if something seems wrong, but they go little by little. Mainly listening to your mom gut. No matter what people say, if they suggest things that you don't want to take, like for example, any of this video, if something doesn't work out for you, don't take it. That way, for any advice people give you throughout your motherhood, parenthood journey, your instinct is going to be the main one. Always, always, always. Biggest tip ever. I'm going to give you quick things of the things you should have, you guys, and I'm just going to throw it out there. Get a bassinet. If you can get this Greco one that moves, do it. They say it's amazing. A pregnancy pillow. It's going to be your best friend through pregnancy, but it's going to be great for breastfeeding. It's going to be great for the baby to be there. It is going to be the best. A yoga ball. They're absolutely amazing. If you got access to the swing that moves, unfortunately, I don't have one, but I know they're lifesavers, so get one. Diapers you love. This is just super, super important. I've gone through so many diapers until I found the one I needed because of Jamie's sensitive skin. But it's super hard to buy huge bags and have to go through all of them to see if they work. Tip: if your baby has super sensitive skin, the way to go, I may advise, would be the Pampers or Hello Bello. But if you want to try different ones, do buy small bags. Sound and light machine is the best. We have this one. it has sound, it has white sound, it has songs, it has light, it has a night light. Fantastic, and it's amazing. Invest in a good car seat and stroller. You will want to have these ones stay for a long time. Invest in a good playset gym set. For mine, I've had this since Jimmy's 3 months, and it's been growing with him because they have like new activities and stuff. Is this one? I don't know if that helps, but do invest in that. And a cover-up stroller, because if you're in a place like we do where it snows, rains, everything, that's amazing. And do your registry first, and if you don't get any of these items until after, then buy them, because we didn't have a registry, but if you do, wait for people to get them for you. So that's what I would say. Don't buy too much clothes of a certain age range. They won't use it. I know they're super cute clothes, and sometimes you just want all of them. Maybe buy them in different ages, or buy the ones you really love, because chances is they're gonna wear it once or twice or never. So keep it like small packs, or no, small, medium packs of clothes for each size, because you don't want to do laundry every day, because you might as well be doing it anyway. So things I think it's kind of like silly buy are like unnecessary toys, or like things to put on water when pads, all those things. You can save so much money if you do it yourself. For example, I save a lot of money by doing my own wipes, for example. Create hacks for yourself to save money rather than waste. Thank you so much for joining me for this very long video. I hope it helped you in any ways. I hope it did. So if it did, give it a thumbs up. Share with all your new parents, friends. Follow us on our social media. Check out more of your videos, and see you next time. Bye-bye. And cut.